Hey, Tony Guys is here, popping in. A lot of you have sent me in some form or another through a DM on Instagram or email the video of the young men. It's three young men and a young lady, and they sitting down having a conversation. And one of the guys, he says, you women, the world has made women think you're a prize. You are not a effing prize or something like this. I mean, the guy was kind of hilarious to me. Just being a man, being a real man, it was kind of comical, but at the same time sad. And then he was talking about, the more money a man makes, the more likely it is for him to cheat. And you women just got to be okay with that. You got the house, you got the car, you just got to understand he's gonna F other bees, but he's gonna come back home to you. And this is sad. It's sad. But we got to start holding people to task, and not just him for sharing the message. He's sharing what he's seeing. If we be honest about this, he's sharing what he's seeing. And what I mean is, when you look at a lot of celebrity couples, when you look at the young lady who raps and her boyfriend rap, it came out several times he cheated on her. And one thing I know as a man is to cheat is very, very easy. It's very easy to cheat and get away with it. So my theory has always been, for every time a woman catches a man, he's cheated 10 or more times and did not get caught. To get caught, that means he got super comfortable in cheating and he got super sloppy. He got super messy. A woman never catch a man cheating the first time he cheat. And that's just the thing. And it's coming because I used to be a cheater. I was out there in the world, and when I was out there messing around, I know what that's like. I became a faithful man when I got married, and I had to reset my mind. But before that, every man I ever met cheated. And so that's a sad reality too that I'm working to try to change. I just posted a reel on Instagram talking to men about cheating and why you cheat and getting to the root of it. But so we seen the young lady allegedly get cheated on. And then what does she do? She take him back and she buy him a Lamborghini. She give him $2 million. And so it's like, that sends a message that, hey, cheating is okay. Then if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the NBA player who's married to the actress. And I believe he had a break baby. And the actress took him back. And I believe it's a rapper who's married to a woman who, she's not a celebrity, but she from Africa. And culture is different in Africa, so maybe that had something to do with it. But I feel like these couples briefly broke up, and the rapper who married to the young lady from Africa, I believe he had a break baby on her, and she took him back. And so this is being shown throughout the world. And then you have the young lady who did the podcast. She went on the podcast and she said she like her some eating. Bring the third person in. And she said she like to do that for her, not just for her man, because she used to date women. And so again, mass media, celebrities, influencers pushing this on the culture. So then you have this young man who's sitting on the podcast, and he is essentially calling it like he see it. As crazy as it sounds, as disgusting as it is, he telling women what he see happening. And he telling women, y'all got to deal with it. Y'all got to just suck this up and just go and accept this, because this gonna happen. So what he is admitting to is he's saying that he cannot see any hope for the male species changing, that he cannot see any hope for men maturing, growing up, and becoming monogamous, especially if they are what he calls a 1% man. Talking what they mean a high earner. They don't mean anything else other than a high earner, because a cheating man is a low life. A man who uses women's hearts is a low life. I used to be a low life. I'm a high life now. I used to be a low life. That's a low life. It's an insecure, immature, broken man. It's a man who feels he needs the big O, not Oprah. He need the orgasm to make himself feel like more of a man, to release his stress, to relieve himself, instead of getting on his grind, just sticking to work, getting into his purpose, helping the youth, motivating the youth, mentoring the youth. Here is a man saying, hey, I make a lot of money. I'm going to talk to the youth, but when I talk to the youth, I'm going to tell them, hey, I make a lot of money, but I cheat on my wife. And I tell her to put up with it. Even though she want one man and even though she want love, I tell her to put up with it just because that's just her lot in life. She's a woman. I'm a man. I get to cheat. And she just got to deal with it. So, young man, I know I want to motivate you and all that, at the Boys and Girls Club. And young lady, I know I want to motivate you, young lady, at, you're 10, 12 years old. But let me tell you something, young lady. If you ever get you a man and he got a good amount of money like me, young lady, you just going to have to be okay just cooking and cleaning and washing and sucking and ducking and doing all that. And he's going to go out and he's going to get other women pregnant. He's going to bring home some diseases because he's going to keep putting his body at risk, putting his life at risk. And he's going to come home and he's going to bring you some of that concoction or bacteria. And then eventually one day you're going to be sitting down and you're just going to feel an itch. You're going to feel an itch, and then you're going to have a loud odor. And then it's just going to be like a little itch and a burn. And you're going to be like, whoa, what in the world is going on? And you're going to be like, oh, you're going to remember that I told you that this is your lot in life as a woman. Like, deal with a man who cheats, who does what he want to do. Now, imagine this man, these men, telling their daughter that. This is what that man who was on the podcast had to tell his daughter. If he ever had kids. Guys like that sometimes rarely have kids. And I'll be honest with you, man. I'll be honest with you. A man who don't want to be a better man, a man who don't want to be monogamous, a man who don't want to grow in that area and have one partner, like a man who don't want to stop putting his life on the line. Because when you sleep with a woman, when you sleep with multiple women, you putting your life on the line. Because for one, you playing with a heart. Two, even if she say she cool with it and she down with that and that's how she move, you don't know if she telling the truth. Because she thinks she got that good guata, and she think when she put that guata on you that you're going to be hooked and you're going to be hypnotized, and now you're going to give up the streets, you're going to give up that lifestyle. And then when she put that thing on you and you don't change your life, she could lose her mind. And next thing you know, she coming for something. And that's what these guys don't understand. They're going to end up dead from a woman taking their life, from the woman boyfriend, pimp, baby daddy, husband, whoever that she got on. Because if she's sleeping with a man that is a low life, that means she living a low life. That means she's a low life. And so what that means is she probably, and when I say low life, I don't mean a terror. I don't mean God don't love them. I mean that they on a low frequency, meaning that they thinking lowly of themselves. They bottom feeders. They bottom feeding instead of elevating. Tough word, hard to get, but you got to feel it because you got to feel it in your chest in order to change. If I call you some nice, pretty word, you ain't going to never feel the need to change. This is a low life. And so he a low life, she a low life. So guess what low life is going to do? They're going to be sleeping with multiple people. Well, this woman may have her a do boy. Because if she'll sleep with a man who believes that women are not a prize, that women ain't special, that women need to put up with and settle for a man cheating on them, as long as he make money and he paying the bills, a woman need to settle with him cheating and sleeping with how many ever, as the young man called it, bees that he want to sleep with. If a woman will sleep with a man like that, that means she has no self-esteem. She has no self-respect. She has no self-love. She has no class. Her heart has been ripped out of her chest, thrown on the ground, and stomped on, and she watched it. She watched it with her own eyes. She feels like nothing. And so that type of woman will then just say, hey, I got to adapt to the game. I have to become a savage. So she will become a savage. And so what that means is she will get her a sucker who is going to pay her bills. But while he paying her bills, she's doing what she has told herself men do, and she's sleeping around. Well, this unbeknownst sucker finds out that she's sleeping with this man with the nose on him, and the man over here who paying all these bills, he snap. He lose his mind, and he come and he take her life, and he take that man life. And tell me that ain't happening. Tell me we don't have TV shows, real life documentary TV shows. We got a whole show called Snapped. And that's the kind of stuff that's happening on there. Tell me this ain't happening. But see, these men that's pushing these messages, they don't even realize that they signing their death certificate, that they writing their own eulogy, and that they're going to be in that casket face up either from a bullet, a knife, or STD, and don't even realize it. They think it's just fun. They think it's just fun. They think it don't mean nothing. They think it's just out there. And listen, we got to start holding these people to task. We got to start calling them to task. We got to start, I don't even know what that means. Just sound good. I heard somebody else say something, just throw it in there. So listen, we got to start calling these people out. So when you see this woman, she get cheated on. If you see this man cheat on this woman, unfollow that man. Stop supporting his business. Stop supporting his outlet. Stop supporting whatever he's doing. When you see this woman, do not love herself and get up and walk away. Stop following her. Stop supporting her. Stop listening to what she talking about. Send them a DM. Say, hey, man, you's wrong for that. You nasty for that. You know that wasn't no break, baby. Because relationships have arguments all the time. So you're going to start you an argument and y'all don't talk for 3 days or a week or two, and because you know that baby was on the way. But you was already cheating. You nasty for that. Low down, dirty dog. You's nasty. And then you go over there to the woman, listen, you ought to be shaming yourself. This man cheating on you when you done sucked and ducked and plucked and trucked and all of that. And this man gonna cheat on you, and you gonna stay, listen, sister, love yourself. Find you a backbone. Get up, and you'll be better off by yourself. Go on about your business. But until you do that, listen, sister, I got to unfollow you because I can't be condoning this here foolishness. We got to call these people out. We got to hold them accountable because it's their lifestyle that's telling society that this is okay. And they're not choosing that. Some of them just don't know what they're doing. Some of them didn't have a father. Some of them didn't have love. Some of them weren't raised. They just grew. So we got to feel, empathy towards them, feel sorry for them, pray for them, but yet still hold them accountable in love. And then we got to call out these guys who pushing these messages out there. And it's like, it's especially if the man these men not even desirable by women. Women don't even desire these men. But they pushing this narrative. And it's like, what in the world? This is foolishness. It's sad. It's disgusting. It's despicable. And so listen, I'm a 1% man. And not just in finances, but in character. See, the gentleman, he was talking about just money. But a man, not a 1% man, if he don't believe in monogamy. You cannot be a 1% man if you don't have character and you don't believe that this woman deserves a monogamous relationship, that this woman is worthy of monogamy. You cannot be a 1% man. You're not a 1% man. You're a 99.9% man. And you're not a 1% man. Newsflash, that's money don't make a man a man. Earning does not make a man a man. Newsflash. Come on now. I'm a 1% man. And guess what? I'm faithful to my wife. Before I became a 1% man, a real 1% man, I ain't know how to be faithful. I wasn't worthy of faithful. I was immature. I was lost. I was a dog. I was nasty. I was a low life. I was a low life. But I had to grow, and we all have room to grow. We all have room to change. We all have the right to change, the right to grow. And when we grow, we should teach. As we learn, we should teach, because you know what it's like to be wrong. You know what it's like to be there. I know what it's like to be a low life man. It's a miserable existence. It is a miserable existence. So it could get miserable as a 1% man just because of your thoughts, your inner thoughts, your struggles, your highs and lows, your ups and downs. So can you imagine how miserable it'll get as a man who does not have character, who don't want no character, who is a cheating man? That's a miserable existence. So miserable. You go to bed lonely. You go to bed crying. You wake up crying. You're hurting. You're mad at your daddy, or you're mad at your mama, or you're mad at the world. You're mad at another race because you feel less than. You hate yourself. You don't love yourself. You got to grow. You got to learn. You got to heal. You got to love yourself. My heart go out to you. My heart go out to you. I know it's miserable. I know you broken. I know you lost. I know you're hurting. I know you ain't forgave your parents for some of the stuff they did. I know you ain't forgave your ex-boyfriend or your ex-girlfriend. Some of these men might be struggling in the closet. Like R. Kelly and Ronald Isley was trapped in the closet. Some of these men trapped in the other closet. And I'm telling you, they crying out, they screaming, they hurting. They want them a piece of a man. They want them a piece of a man, but they can't come out to the public. They don't want to be ridiculed because they done push these messages against women of belittling women and demeaning women. So if they come out to the public that they want them a piece of a man, then the whole world gonna disregard their whole message. All the men that they got following them, thinking that they learning how to treat women and how to get women, they're gonna be like, oh my goodness, all this time you like a man? Oh my goodness, you been trying to teach me about getting a woman, and you want you a piece of man? So some of these guys, they struggling with that. They is trapped in the closet. They want them a man. I'm gonna tell you something like this right here. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell you. These men, listen, a heterosexual man is never going to be in no bed with no another man, with a man laying on top of him, not even as no joke. Bro, don't come close to me like that. Bro, do not come over here like that. Bro, do not come lay on top of me and I'm laying in this here bed. No, bro. No, especially with no shirt off. And that's what some of these men getting caught up in. Some of these men getting caught up in stuff. And they up under them another man. And that's why, because of that internal struggle. Because see, when a man give into lust, and he go to sleep with all these women, he go to doing all this wild stuff with all these women, lust can't be quenched like thirst. Lust ain't like, that lust gonna keep growing. That lust gonna keep growing. So after he done everything imaginable with a woman, that man gonna start to imagine him a man. These men start to imagine them a man and what that feel like. And that right there creates an internal struggle within these men. See, you could, as a man, you could see this on other men. You could tell when the man is struggling, when they struggling, and that internal combustion makes them lash out against women and take their pain out, their anger out, their frustration out, their confusion out. They take it out on women. And that's what happened. And that's why we got a lot of these messages. I ain't speaking about any one person in particular. Even though I responded to that interview, I ain't talking about any one person in particular. If the shoe fit, wear it. If the shoe fit, wear it. But only them men gonna know if the shoe fit. They gonna know. And see, they're going to be able to see me, and they're going to be able to know, man, this guy see me. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I see y'all boys. See y'all boys. I see the pain. I see the pain. I see the insecurity. I see it. I see the hurt. I see the abandonment. I see the frustration. I see the self-hate. I see it. I see it. And what I'm asking y'all boys, to love yourself. Love yourself like a man. Heal. Grow. Seek knowledge. Seek the answers to answer the questions that you have. Really get to the root of it. Learn your father life story. Learn your mother life story. That'll help you understand why they showed up in the world and in your life the way they did. It'll help you heal. It'll help you grow. And in this process of self-love and in this process of healing, you're going to learn that a woman is your best friend. You're going to learn that that woman is here to help you and to make you better. You're going to learn that that woman is special. You're going to learn that that woman is a prize. You're going to learn that that woman could help balance you out. That that woman could help propel you. That that woman could help take your life to the next level. That that woman is your teammate, not your opponent. She's your ally, not your foe. You're going to learn that when you heal. But you got to do the work. And you got to get the healing. You got to stop looking at everything black and white. You got to stop looking at the mistakes of people and saying, hey, this is the way it is. Rich men cheat. No. Broke men cheat. Meaning men who are broken cheat. It ain't about a man's income that make him broke. It's that make him cheat. It's a man's misery. It's a man unhappy. It's a man that's insecure. That's what make a man cheat. Not how much money he make. So we got to really understand what make a man, because it's broke men that cheat. So how rich men cheat and broke men cheat? It's because they both broken. You both lost. You both confused. You're both hurting. But when you become a whole man, when I say whole man, I mean that in every sense of the word. You're whole and you are a whole man, not a half a man. When you do that, you don't want to cheat on your woman because you don't want to see her hurt. You don't want to mislead the heart of the woman you cheating with, nor do you want to crush the heart of the woman you with. So you have no desire to cheat, or you may have a desire to cheat, meaning that crossed your mind, it dropped in your spirit. But as a whole man, you able to refute that. You able to block that and say, no, that's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not love. And the universe, as y'all call it, because when you're a cheating man, you don't believe in God. You believe in the universe. But there is such thing as universal law. So you will be repaid for that cheating. And the repayment is not fair. Like, look at your cheating father. Look at your cheating brother. As you see, every cheating man eventually pay a price that he can't afford. And it bankrupts him. Either physically, meaning it take his life, or he become a vegetable, or he loses functionality, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Every cheating man eventually pay a price that he cannot afford. Because this universe, this world is not set in place for men to use women as deposit buckets for your bodily waste, fluid. That's not what a woman is created for. Her purpose is way greater than that. Look at how your child comes into the world. It comes through her. She carries that child. She births that child. She nurses that child. She raises that child. Her purpose is far greater than being an bucket. And that's what you got to realize. So when you understand that as a man, you're going to realize that nothing you do that's nasty and doggish to this woman is going to come back good for you. So you got to realize and understand that. Hey, this is Tony Gaskin. God bless you. We'll talk soon.